Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to Peace, Love, and Happiness. And my name is Debbie Walsh. I have 27 years plus experience in personal development, self-help, spirituality, self-help healing, studying and seeking out all the information that's out there on self-help and healing, as it helped me on my self-help, healing journey. So I'm here offering these videos to help others in any way that I can, because that is also part of the healing process. When we go through something and we experience something that's challenging or difficult, and we make our way through it, however we do it, right? A big part of healing is going full circle, right? Trying to help others and sharing with others what you experienced, what you did, what you learned, how you transcended it, how you healed from it, right? To a large degree. So to help others that maybe are on the path, but are still, struggling a little bit. So that's the purpose of the videos, and that's the purpose of today's video. So just what I wanted to speak about today, because it is really prevalent in our society, in potentially in circles that you're in, whether it's work or religious affiliation, social settings, whatever it is. We see a lot of reactivity. We see a lot of extremes, if you will, extremes in behavior, extremes in perception of situations, right? And it can be triggering for people, right? To observe things that are very disturbing and upsetting, and to see it continually, right? So the way that plays into self-help and healing is we learn through the self-help healing journey that our emotions are our responsibility, right? Regulating our emotions, whatever we're feeling, it's our responsibility. There can be triggers, if you will, externally in the environment, from others, in our sphere of influence, family, friends, whoever. There can be provocative behavior, if you will, attention-seeking behavior, pushing your buttons type of thing. I'm sure everyone's heard of that. So part of the goal for self-help and healing is to tap into your own feelings, your own emotions, and then learning to regulate them. And regulating them means to not be reactive to everything that you see, that you hear, or that is presented to you. And a way to do that is when you are balanced within emotionally, and you've worked through your ego and taming your ego to some degree, to learning to balance yourself, whatever that means for you, whatever works for you, to learn to balance your inner dialogue, right? And a lot of that has to do with self-talk, like what we tell ourselves, how we respond to situations, what we see, and the meaning that we give what we see can either lead us to peace, or it could lead us to like inner dissonance, right? An inner tension, an inner conflict. So some of that has to do with self-control, right? And it's using logic. Emotions take over, right? Anger, a lot of different emotions can take over, and we have a disconnect. So a lot of this is perceptual, right? How we view things, what we believe about things, and then what we tell ourselves in response to what we see in front of us. And that will determine whether you go down a path of peace and pausing and not reacting and being in control of yourself and what you respond to and what you don't respond to, whether you react or don't. And you can react internally, but not externally exhibit what you're feeling necessarily. So sometimes that's taking a pause when you're triggered with something externally, is to stop and pause. Because whenever we are triggered or provoked and we immediately respond, it's an emotional thing, right? It's just a knee-jerk reaction. It comes up a lot with anger, but usually we regret it if we just fly off type of thing, as an example, where someone does something, you just immediately respond. We can look back mostly and see that those are the things that we're like, I wish I wouldn't have responded that way. You know, we usually regret those. However, when we come to a place of inner balance and inner peace, if you will, or inner stillness, then we become the leader, right? We become the master because we decide how we're going to respond to whatever happens around us, right? So we're in control of ourselves and our responses. That's huge. It's huge. Just in life in general, but especially on the healing journey, because a lot of it is trying to manage within what you're feeling in regards to what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, what is being brought to you, right? So the more we are in control of ourselves and our behavior, the more we can create the experiences that we want to have. Okay, so just as an example and something that you could look up and get involved in, which is beneficial in this process, is Qigong. It's it's an ancient Chinese energy process, right, where we take still movements and we move the energy within us, right, because we're all energetic. And there's specific movements and processes that are done in Qigong that really help with some of that inner stillness and that inner peace. So that's something that you could do for yourself to help you ground yourself, to bring yourself into stillness and peace. And the more you do it, then you can actually use it without actually doing some of the movements. You could do a daily practice of it, which would definitely be recommended, to do a daily practice of Qigong. But then you can also use some of that mind stillness and control, if you will. You can use it in your everyday, like integrate it into your being, if you will. That's how you handle a lot of things. So it's weaving that into your tools, if you will, of what you can do for yourself, right? As part of your healing journey in life in general, it really can benefit anyone. And usually the ones that seek it out are the ones that are trying to, become a master of their inner dialogue, their inner landscape, right? So just a little note for today, right? And another piece on this complex puzzle, if you will, of healing and being a master of your experience, right? Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear in the comments below any thoughts, feelings, anything, experiences, examples. I'd love to hear from you. And just wishing everyone peace and love on your healing journey, okay? Namaste. Bye.